Hey guys, this is Tony, and you know what it is today. Wednesday, Ask Me Anything. Hey guys, my name is Tony. I'm the founder and creator of Ducky Media Productions. I follow the car scene around Chicago to show you guys the life of a car enthusiast here in the city. This summer, myself and Ducky Media Productions invite you to come along and enjoy a journey to the best and craziest meets we can find. I'll be there for you to enjoy it and experience it from your couch. Make sure to subscribe because this summer is about to be one of the hottest ever. See you there. Peace.
Worst is over.
Hey guys, welcome to another Wednesday. Ask Me Anything, the first one of its kind from my channel. I would like to welcome everybody that's new and everybody that doesn't know me. My name is Tony, and I am the creator and the founder of Ducky Media Productions. As you may be familiar with that name, I run a video channel that goes back all the way to tech review, and I used to be Tony the Tech Guy, and I recently started filming professionally as soon as I got my upgraded equipment. I usually follow the car scene around Chicago, and the reason for that being I will explain in a few minutes. Also, I would like to thank everybody that so far has been supportive and subscribed to the channel, and watches everything that I make, and it's just awesome to be a YouTuber. So let's get started. First question for today is, who are you? Well, like I said, I'm Tony, and I am a YouTuber. I love filming. First, I used to make music production for myself, and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's more of a hobby, but then I started getting serious. I am 27 years old. I love what I do. Right now, I am in a change of careers. Besides filming, I'm hoping for the best to come up real soon. And yeah, I'm outgoing. I love summer. I'm from California, born in Los Angeles, raised in Chicago, so I got warm blood in a cold city. I hate winter. I hate snow. I don't like that white stuff. It makes me mad. I love cars. When I was younger, I did have a few cars, racer modified. But now that I am working and have my own income, I have a sponsor that actually fixed up my current vehicle. Yeah, you guys probably seen it if you guys follow my channel. So let's get to the next one. What do I do? Well, I am not a photographer or videographer full time. That's not my career choice. I did not go to school for that. I will explain that side in a few minutes. But what I do is basically just work like everybody else. I go to work whenever I'm not filming, and sometimes I'm home. And when I want to be productive and I'm at home, this is what I do, or spend time with my daughter and my wife, and just walk around trying to keep active. I have a high metabolism, and I need to be moving all the time. Mostly in food manufacturing field. So as you may know from my previous videos, I used to work for Nabisco, so I used to make Oreos and Ritz and stuff like that. It was fun. That was the type of job you wish you have forever to retire from. So right now I'm an ongoing candidate to find the replacement of that job. So that's me. How long on YouTube? I've been on YouTube, I believe, since 2007. Back then I just created it, but I never actually started running any video until around 2010, probably, back when the Samsung or the T-Mobile My Touch Lite started coming out. I had the HD2. It was when the big phones barely started getting bigger, from like 3.5 inches, when the biggest phone was 4.3 inches, and that was the HTC HD2. I decided it was the time to make a video. It's one of the worst videos that you could ever watch, but I always keep it to compare myself on how good the quality has changed and how much you have moved on and learned from yourself. And I always say one thing: you must follow your mistakes and act like you're going to mistakenly make an error, so you can learn from it and succeed. That's one thing that I keep on my head. Besides that, I started growing. I don't have that many subscribers. Right now I currently have around 359, almost hitting 360. I don't take a big, I don't make it big every time I get so many. I'm not looking forward to getting 1,000,000 or such, but every 100 is so exciting that I just make a video for, to celebrate 100 subscribers, 200. Once I hit 300, I was like, whoa, I'm almost at 500. It's quite exciting every time you hit a milestone. Just make them short and reachable and actually real, that you could actually manage to catch. Besides that, I have been reviewing products for many companies. I recently started going into the car scene, and that's why I have recently upgraded my equipment, because it's going to be big. You gotta make sure you subscribe and like, because you don't want to miss any of that. Number 4, what equipment do you use? Well, the equipment that I use, if you do not know what equipment I use, let me see if I could turn this so you could see it. This is the GH4. This is the Lumix GH4, and it has a Panasonic Lumix. I believe is the 12 to 35 millimeter with an f2.8 spherical lens. This is the glass to have to shoot in 4K or to shoot in full HD or whatever. I also have the Metabones Micro Four Thirds to Nikon G. I'm still working on it since I love this lens so much. I don't know if I'm even gonna need that. I mean, it gives you a bigger crop, but so far everything that I've done with this, it's amazing. Besides that, I do have a Rode microphone. It's just a microphone, it catches all the awesome speeches that I make. I do have a Manfrotto travel GoPro. I aiming for the future to get like a liquid head type of smooth, sliding such thingy tripod for my cameras once I become like more cool. Besides that, I also have a 3-axis gimbal, hand gimbal. It's called a single gimbal by Game TV, and that's how I get my smooth shots. I was aiming to get something like the DJI that gimbal that they have, but it's quite expensive for my current budget. But this one works really, really great, and as you've seen in my videos, as I progress to video, it gets better and better. It's just all about the quality and the imagination that you have in your head while you're actually doing the actual recording and post editing. That's a major right there. Color correction and stuff like that. I'm not at the expert mode yet, but I could say I'm, intermediate, somewhere getting there. Anything else besides that that I'm forgetting? Well, I have micro SD cards. You need some good micro SD cards to handle the high bandwidth of data. So make sure you get some good quality. Besides that, let's go on to the next question. Best and worst videos that I uploaded. I believe the best one so far that I've uploaded is my current last meet that we made for a memorial on this lady that was with her family at the car scene events, and unfortunately there was an unsafe act and another car ended up crashing into their car and killing the woman and her unborn baby. May she rest in peace. We did make a video for her. If you want to catch it, it's on my YouTube channel. It was a sad, but it was an awesome event, to be part of it, as in a memorial, driving around the city and showing how big the car scene that supports such things that we shouldn't deserve to happen. So what was a big part of that, and that's one of my latest videos, and it's probably one of the top-notch videos that I made so far. One of the worst videos I would say that I done is like back then when I had my first video production computer. It was so awesome gaming, but the camera quality back then, I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know how to work a camera. I was just press record and that was it, and it was one of the worst. It's probably like my current game break or something like that. Probably one of my first few videos. You might be able to catch it. You'll know it's horrible. Why do I follow the car scene in Chicago? Well, what caught my attention into following the car scene is this guy on YouTube. His name he goes by the Crispy Media. There's other ones, but I mainly follow him. He has some high quality videos about cars and different events that happen around his area. Such events like H2O and WEGFest and stuff like that. And one day, my brother, he was fixing his car, started talking about stands, and I looked stands up on YouTube and started watching Mike Media and stuff like that. That's another also YouTuber you should check out, Mike Media. They make some awesome videos. So I started following Crispy Media and watch his entire library from when he started, and it really, it's an inspiration because it shows me that I'm going through the same steps that he went, and it just practice and doing it gets you perfect, gets you to that point where you want to be at. And I'm pretty sure besides doing these videos, he has some type of side business or such, because I wouldn't mind hiring a photographer like that for to do my wedding or my party or such thing like that, because his videos are awesome. If you watch one of his videos, just go ahead and you'll understand what I'm saying. Make sure you check him out, Crispy Media, on YouTube, and you should be able to find his awesome projects. Also, why do I follow it? I follow it because I don't see a lot from Chicago on YouTube or any other type of media, and mostly they're not the highest in quality or show the actual car scene. Most of the time they just actually follow like events as in Turner Galleria or White Fest or stuff like that, but not in the such style that I do it. I like to shoot my films in cinema style, and most of the videos that I've seen are just regular shots, that are at the frame rate that they want to show. But myself, I like that film style. I like movie style, and that's what I shoot. And in Chicago, there's a lot of events that need to be seen by the public to understand that there's actual car enthusiasts here that really need to get seen to be sponsored or exposed to, bigger outlooks and stuff like that. So that's why I follow it. It's fun also. I love cars, and seeing many other people drop their cars, airbags, mufflers, exhausts, custom motors, custom paints, and stuff like that is quite exciting. It's one of a kind here in Chicago, so you don't want to miss that, and I'm sure you will be watching. How do you know about all the car meets? Well, recently, once my brother started fixing up his ride, he told me about meets, about the group. It's called Illinois Car Enthusiasts. That's one of the many groups on Facebook that you could sign up for. And they basically have like weekly meetings, weekly meets here or so and so. And after that, I started searching, and I found quite a few. After a few days, or maybe my first few meets that I actually went to, I decided to create my own page, Hyundai Elantra Club, here in Chicago. And I also previously had already made Tony's video and photography, which now is Ducky Media Productions. And we now create events, so we don't have a lot of followers as many others have, but we're growing. And our community, we sure follow safety, and we make sure everybody meets at places that we won't have problems with cops and stuff like that. It's much more of meeting and recording and seeing the reactions of people, of different type of customizations on the cars and stuff like that. So that's how I find out. I just Google, go on Facebook, search different kind of meets, go into groups, join them, and find out what the next plan is. Or sometimes I make my own events, cars and coffee, downtown meets, shootings, video shoots, and stuff like that. Did you take a class for videography? I did not take a class for videography. All this is just learned by mistake and succeed. So basically, you learn from your mistakes, you look it over. I basically watch all my videos as much as I can over and over. I never get tired of my stuff. I know some people probably be that's crazy, but that's how you learn. It's like when you do work at school. If you do math, you get it wrong over and over and over until you finally find the right way to do it, and you learn from your mistakes. And that's how I do it. Sometimes I usually go back into my history and look at my oldest videos to look at how much I have progressed from quality wise and how editing wise have differentiated in my life. And you could see it. It's quite a growing pattern. It's exciting because even though you didn't go to school, you learned something, you taught yourself, and now you're here. Last question. What software do I use? I use Adobe Premiere Elements number 12, I think. And the reason I use that is because back then I used to have that program and I lost it, and it was one of the easiest to learn, and it was guided at the time. Now I use it in expert mode. I know how to do all the jinks and tricks and stuff like that, and it works very well with what I need. Some of the effects are all actually made also in Adobe After Effects, like custom titles and stuff like that. I'm still learning on that. That's quite a learning experience to get. Besides that, anything else that I use? Photoshop. I usually use Photoshop. Sometimes I actually use the photo editing software on the phones because sometimes the filters there are much better. But if you're in Photoshop and you're like full professional on that, you'll be able to know what to do and not even need a filter or anything. But it's always a learning experience. There's never anything learned fully. You're always learning. So yeah, guys, that ends today's video for Ask Me Anything series on Wednesdays. This is series number 1. So I can't wait for next week and finally, get some more questions. As you may know, this is my first one, so my questions are by my own self. So I expect you guys to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and send me some questions through there. And I can't wait to show you guys the next video or after movie that I'm gonna be making. Is a surprise, so I'm not gonna say anything or what is next. Just keep it tuned, subscribe, and Ducky Media Productions will see you on the next one, or maybe see you in person at that next event. Peace.